Danny, thanks ever so much for joining me this evening. You're just about to set off on a tour of Germany, I believe.
Yeah, it's Germany, Luxembourg, and we've got one gig in the Netherlands as well. So we're out there for a month, which would be really good.
Excellent. You're no stranger to touring around Europe now. Do you ever get a chance to have a look around when you're on these extensive tours of Europe?
Sometimes, if we're lucky, normally we try and have an off day once every 10 days. So, it's a lot of work, but it's really worth it when you do get time to look around wherever you are, and always try and get that off day somewhere exciting. So, yeah, I think we're in Hamburg for our off day this time, so that'll be good.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I like Hamburg. I used to live not far away from there. It was a
Ah,
great place to visit.
yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Now, you've released an album on Wednesday, I believe,
Yeah.
called Songs About You. And
hmm
I didn't realise it was such a long time since you released a solo album.
Yeah, it's been a while. Because I can't even remember when Juice Me Up was, but that was the last one on Roof. And then I realized that it had been a while, so we put out some acoustic singles just for download, just to make sure the fans, didn't think I'd disappeared completely. Um, yeah, and now finally I've got my new album.
You've composed the whole of the album yourself. Is it something that comes easily to you writing songs, or is it something that you kind of have a little bit of torment with?
It depends. Normally, in fact, with all the songs on the album, they're ones that I've written because I felt I had to write them. And I've been like that recently again, where I'm kind of itching to pick up my guitar because I just have to write and I have to play. But I don't think you can force it. I'll go through, months at a time where I'm not in the mood for writing, and then suddenly I'll have a week or so where I just can't stop.
Well, on your previous album, Shine, there was a fantastic, a lovely song called "Abandoned Child," and
Mhm.
that was to do with your work with children in Kenya.
Yeah, that was an important song for me, and I've been working in Kenya now for goodness, I don't even know how many years, a long time, since 2007. Um, and yeah, initially it was to help provide children with music education, and I'm still doing that. I think it's important that little girls have the opportunity to learn guitar if they want to, and the boys, of course. But equally, things like food, water, electricity, pens and paper, the things that we really take for granted in school and in life over here. So that's what it's all about. It's what we're raising money for.
Well, this particularly interests me, Danny, because back in September I inducted a number of musicians into the Blues Hall of Fame, and one of my criteria for inducting the musicians into the Blues Hall of
Mm.
Fame is that they all put something back into society. And like yourself, doing that fantastic work out there in Kenya. So, what made you go to Kenya, and how did you get interested in this particular project?
I think wanting to do something to help children is something I've wanted to do ever since I was very little. I grew up watching a lot of Michael Jackson videos. So Heal the World, We Are the World. They don't care about us. All of those videos, about making a difference, and um, that really kind of stuck with me. And I realized that being in the position I am, where I can, tour for a month next month and meet all these different people night after night, and I can play them songs about the things I've seen. And, in the case of going to Kenya, the things that I've seen are absolutely tragic. And, together we can make a difference. It's not asking people to give loads of money, but if everybody gives a little bit, it really does make an enormous difference to these children. Um, and so, yeah, it was just something that I realized I could do. That's why I wanted to do it, because I realized it was possible, and if it's possible, it should be done.
Excellent. And I believe with the work that you have been doing with the schools in Kenya, that that is now evident because the children are now starting to feel the benefit of the money that's being put into their
Yeah,
schools.
Absolutely. I mean, things like the running water tank at a school with 1,000 children, and a drainage system that means that they can collect rainwater, clean rainwater off of the roofs, and it goes into a big tank, is really good because Kenya is a country where, um, there's either floods or drought, and so, there's either too much water or not enough. So if they can save that water, then it's brilliant, not just for drinking, but also for washing hands and sanitation. And it's meant that a lot more children are attending school. They're not getting sick as often because of something as simple as that. So that makes a big difference. And the same with education and the music competitions they've taken part in. They've been competing on their recorders and in choir against rich schools, boarding schools, privately funded schools. And they reached the finals. They did so well. And it's the first time that a slum school had achieved that. So it gives these kids a lot of pride and a lot of fun as well, which is really important.
Excellent, and well done you for all the work that you've done there. And I believe there's a Just Giving page on your website if anyone
Yeah.
would like to donate.
Yep. If you go to daniwilde.com and click the link that says Kenya, and there's a lot of information there where you can read how to donate or get involved in other ways.
Excellent. Now you mentioned that you're very privileged and you meet lots and lots of people on your tours, and you've played alongside some fantastic musicians in your career. What would be your most memorable?
Oh, there's so many. I've probably got a top three, I think. Pee Wee Ellis,
Mm,
most definitely, was just still can't believe that happened. That was just wonderful, and he's such a kind, warm, humble, fantastic person, and his talents just in abundance. So that was amazing. Um, Johnny Winter, that was really a dream come true. We opened for him in Times Square in New York. And then I met him again about 2 weeks later in Spain at a festival where we were on the same bill. Um, but yeah, he was kind to me, and it was just an honor to meet him. But it makes all the difference when you meet your heroes and they're nice. They don't mind that you've knocked on the dressing room door and said, "Can I say hello, please? Can I have my photo of you, please?" He was just cool. He was lovely. Yeah, and Louisiana Red would be the other one. I first met Louisiana Red when I was about 15, and I went on the European Blues Association, if I said the name right, week. It was at Exeter University.
mm.
And he taught me some guitar then, and he was just fantastic. Um, and then when I signed to Roof Records, I was excited because that was his label. I was like, wow, I'm on the same label as Red. This is just so cool. And I got to hang out with him at his home the year before he died with Samantha Fish and Cassie Taylor. And um, Thomas Roof took us round there, and we got there really late, and we woke him up, and he had to get out of bed, and he's got his pajamas on. Um, and he just got out all of his guitars and was chatting to us, showing us photos of him when he was really young and telling us stories, jamming with us. That was just, you know, an honour. It was really, really cool.
Absolutely fabulous. And I noticed you've been on the legendary blues cruises, and that must be a fantastic experience too.
Yeah, that was. And now you've said that, I'm thinking of more people I've met who I can't believe I've met them. Yeah, that was a really good opportunity. And the headline acts were Bobby Blue Bland and
Oh,
Bobby
brilliant.
Womack, the two most fantastic Bobbies ever. Um, yeah, Taj Mahal was on the boat, and he saw
Mm.
me playing and shook my hand, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, "Ah, you." Yeah, I was completely not cool. It was that was a dream come true. It really was, and the whole other side of it, it's all just being with my friends and my family. My parents came over onto the boat as well.
Excellent.
Um, yeah, and it was just brilliant, and dolphins like swimming past and all sorts of crazy stuff. It was like a dream.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned your parents, and I've also had your brother Will on the show as a featured artist. Do you come from a musical family? Because you're two fantastic musicians.
My granddad was musical, and I
Mhm.
think, if there's a genetic link, it's definitely him that we got it from. He was like in the RAF band and played piano and trumpet, and he loved Fats Waller and a lot of blues and jazz. So, genetically that must be where we got it from. My dad loves his music, and took us to loads of festivals and gigs when we were growing up, but he's completely tone deaf, my dad, and I laugh when I'm on stage as well. I'll see my dad in the audience. He'll be so into it, and he'll have his eyes shut, and he'll be tapping his foot completely out of time to the music, and I always crack up laughing at him. Bless him. But he's so into his music, but he's just his talent is for business and maths and stuff that I'm no good at.
Well, we'll say a special thanks to your granddad.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what you going to be up to for the rest of the year? You've got your tour of Germany and Luxembourg. What else are you going to be doing this year?
Promoting this album as much as possible, and at the moment we're just sorting out some support dates in the UK. I can't say who for as yet because I still don't know which of the two artists it's going to be for. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot more UK dates, and I'm back out in Europe as well with stuff in Poland and France later on in the year. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but the plan is just to keep taking on as many dates as possible in as many territories as possible, and then next year I'd like to take the album to America. So that's the plan.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Well, we hope to see you somewhere around the South Yorkshire region in the not too distant future. Would you like to tell the listeners where they can get hold of songs about you?
Yep, the best place if you're going to get the CD online is either through my website or from Amazon. So that's where you'll get your best deal on the CD, or you can download it from iTunes. It will be on Spotify. I don't like to promote Spotify. If you hear it on Spotify and you like it, go buy the CD.
Exactly, yeah. And Dani's website is www.daniwilde.com.
Yeah.
So there you go, listeners. Get yourself onto the internet and get that album bought because it really is a cracking album. Dani, thank you ever so much for joining us this evening. I hope the album is a great success and you have a fantastic time in Germany.
Thank you very much. All the very best.
You're very welcome.